And I'm Alicia, and this is the Wildcat News for Wednesday, February 21st.
Students, make sure you're wearing your IDs.
If you don't have your ID, then you need to get a temporary ID from your home location.
Please stand for the pledge.
Go.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It's time to find out what's for lunch today. Let's learn our Wildcat word of the day.
My word is mortifying. My definition is to cause someone to feel embarrassed. And I am a clown to cause embarrassment.
Let's see our Black History video of the day.
Hey, it's Jeremiah, and right now we're going to learn about the civil rights movement for kids. And today we're talking about a historic case in the U.S. Supreme Court called Brown versus Board of Education. Getting a good education is very important, and people travel to attend school here in the United States of America from around the world. From elementary schools to universities, you will see a diverse group of people from different nationalities filling up classrooms. But it wasn't always like that here in the United States. Actually, up until 1954, classrooms were quite different than they are today, not allowing African American students to attend school with white students there too. Now, I don't know about you, but that definitely doesn't sound fair to me. But this was allowed because of a previous court case in 1896 that said segregation was okay, which meant that schools could keep white and African American students separate. Now, there is an organization that still exists today called the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, also known as the NAACP. This organization started to fight back with small efforts in the 1930s by fighting in courts around the countries that allowed segregation in school districts. Having success on a local and state level, they took their fight one step higher. The NAACP stood up to fight this unfair treatment in the highest court of the land, the United States Supreme Court. They had their counsel, Thurgood Marshall, argue the case in front of the Supreme Court to stop laws that made African Americans have to be separate in classrooms from white students. A fun fact about Thurgood Marshall is later he became the first African American Supreme Court Justice on the United States Supreme Court in U.S. history. That is when on May 17, 1954, the Supreme Court handed down its decision to strike down segregation in schools. With their decision, this forced schools who kept African Americans separate from whites to allow integration. What integration means is they had to make a way to integrate, meaning to bring African Americans back into the same classrooms mixed together with white students. The Supreme Court also helped by making rules to make sure that this got done, because a lot of times when laws got passed, people took their time because they wanted to keep things the way they were in the past. Later on, after the Supreme Court made these laws and gave guidelines, it changed the classroom environment that we are seeing today. And now you see integrated classrooms with all ethnicities being allowed in schools today. Well, that was all for me on a quick lesson with Brown versus the Board of Education.
It's time for Student Spotlight.
Hi, my name is Hannah Rock, and I'm here interviewing Danielle for Student Spotlight. So what's your name, grade, and birthday?
I am Daniel Wilson. My birthday is April 1st, and I'm in 6th grade.
What are you good at doing?
Singing.
Do you have any hidden talents?
No.
What 3 words would you use to describe yourself?
Cute, beautiful, and sexy.
Yearbook Club meets tomorrow at 3:15.
Advanced Video Editing Club will meet on Friday this week from 3:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. in Ms. Fowler's room 603. We will be taking another club yearbook picture and starting to plan red carpet night. Kona Ice will be sold this Friday during all lunches. There will be a lunch and learn speaker today about the career field of business and marketing. Let's learn more.
No matter if it's the latest Minecraft game, Dude Perfect video, or the hype leading up to Clemson's national championship win, the world of marketing is everywhere. The ability to engage, educate, and promote your brand services and products requires research, creativity, and sometimes a lot of risk. Join SMC's Director of Marketing, Stephen Holt, as he walks you through the fun and glamorous side of marketing while revealing some of the biggest secrets in the business.
Today we have a social studies trivia question from Kylie Riles. Which of the following is not a cause of the Great Depression? The answer is C, over-distribution of federal student loans.
That's all the announcements for today.
Make it a great day and the choice is yours. If you don't have your ID, then you need to get a temporary ID. This is the Wildcat News for Wednesday, February 21st. So.
It's time for the student spotlight.